Hello everybody, Smokey Smokes here. I want to make a video talking about re-moisturizing or reviving your dry tobacco. Now right here I have some Cornell & Diehl Golden Ash. A little bit dry. The way you can tell how dry a tobacco is by taking a pinch of it. Here, I'll just show you. I didn't really want to do this because I didn't bring a plate down or anything, but I can clean it up, whatever. You take a pinch with your three fingers here, the thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger. Pinch as hard as you can, and then drop it. Yeah, that's a little too dry. So when the tobacco is too dry, it'll do this. It should be clumping together a little bit, but some of it should be falling apart. This basically doesn't clump together at all. If a tobacco is too wet, if it's too moist, it will just completely ball up and it won't fall apart whatsoever and will stick into a ball. And you don't want that either. I have a video talking about the differences between too dry and too moist tobaccos, but this tobacco is obviously too dry. And this is new, by the way. I got this new, shipped. This is how it was. Sometimes when you don't properly store your tobacco, not occasionally, it always will dry out over time. Eventually is what I meant to say. And but this is a way you can revive the flavor. This is a way you can re-moisturize it. It is extremely simple. All you do is, whether you have a tin or a pouch bag, whatever it is, just take your tobacco, kind of smush it down to the side as much as you can. Take a damp napkin or paper towel. All you do is wet it and then like squeeze it, wring it out as much as you can. So it is wet, but it's not dripping or anything. You just stick it into the same location the tobacco is in. Try to get it to touch the tobacco as least as possible because you don't want the moisture touching it that much, and the tobacco will just stick to it. It might get a weird flavor, but in this case I don't really have that much of an option. This creates a humid environment for the tobacco, so the moisture has nowhere else to really go except for other places in the bag, which happens to be the tobacco. So this is going to re-moisturize it. Might take 24 hours, could take 48 hours at the very, very most. But just periodically check it, maybe every 12 hours or so. In this case, the tobacco is kind of bunched up a little bit, so it might only moisturize mostly this half right here, like this half and beyond. However, even after that's done, you can take the moist napkin or paper towel out and then close the bag up again and then just shake it up, and then the really moist parts will start mixing with the really dry parts, and then give it a few more hours and it will all humidify and all balance out from the moisture of the moist tobaccos. So let's check up on this I'm going to give it a full 24 hours and we'll see. Alright, well, it's actually been closer to like 50 hours later. It was supposed to check on this yesterday and I completely forgot. But here it is. It looks like that was the perfect amount of time anyway, because there's our friend here. And that's why you don't want it touching it as much as possible. But so up here it's just about perfect, maybe a little on the moist side, but like I said, the bottom feels just a tad bit drier. However, it is much, 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 much better. Vast, vast improvement over what it was about 50 hours ago. So like I said, I would just kind of stir it up at this point if the bottom tobacco didn't quite get as moist. Just liberally kind of scoop it around. And if you just give it another day or so, it'll be completely even. All the moisture will balance out within the bag. That's not really possible for one spot to be more moist than the other if it's given enough time. So just kind of mix it up and then you'll have even moisture. But yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do to re-moisten your tobacco. In this case, moisten it, because I got this new and it wasn't very moist. But in case you were wondering, that is a way you can do it. It's extremely easy. Works very well. Thanks for watching.